What's up guys, Dylan here from Veteran Aquatics, and today we are going to talk about something that nobody in the hobby likes to talk about. We are going to talk about the dark side of the fish hobby, and by that I mean all the bad things, all the messy things, all the stuff that you'll never really see on video and that people just won't really talk about. But before we go ahead and get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see my future content. As always, I will see you in a minute. So let's just start with my fish room. I'm getting ready to move. It's going to be about a week. By the time this video goes up, it's only going to be a couple of days. So I will be building an entire fish room, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait to put in the effort to make it a beautiful, beautiful fish room, to make it everything I want it to be. It's really going to be awesome, and I'm really, really, really excited to do it. But let's go ahead and talk about the purpose of this video, the dark side of the fish hobby. Everybody likes showing off their clean tanks. Everybody likes showing off their nice, shiny, healthy fish, but nobody likes showing off the mess. So just to give you an example, so here is part of my fish room. There's the sponges that we use to make the sponge filter. I have a drill down there, some bucket lids, some buckets. They still have water in them from when I was acclimating new fish. I will do a video on how to acclimate fish at another time. Here are the beta tanks. They're all still doing good. Here is... So I ended up consolidating all of my guppies into this bow front tank for now. And I'll tell you why in a future video, but yeah. And then there's just all this stuff, all these bags and boxes, and there's the python, there's gravel, there's a heater that kicked the bucket. Over there I have a light, I have fish food, a piece of driftwood, scissors. I was cutting quilt batting to be used as a filter. And then there's the electrical. I have an extension cord running under there. It's kind of a mess. This is a bedroom. This is what most people are going to have as a fish room. It's not going to be, a huge dedicated building or, converting a garage. Most people are either going to have them strewn throughout their house, like you're about to see, or just, stuck in a room like this. Just a quick pointer, dehumidifier, absolutely necessary in a situation like this. If you don't have a dehumidifier, it's just, you're going to grow mold, it's going to be bad. But, you can see, I have nets everywhere. There's polycarbonate sheeting for making tank lids. Here's a tank lid. You don't get to see what's in that tank just. I have fish tanks all over the place, and this is kind of what happens, as you get further and further along in the hobby. It gets a little out of hand. If you guys are wondering, this is a 220 gallon glass tank. This thing is beyond heavy, but I was able to get it in here with just me and my buddy Keith. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm about to move. It's gonna be about a week, so I have to take the fish room down. I'll make a separate video for taking that down, but I'm just trying to show you how out of hand it can get. It starts with one fish tank. When I got back into the hobby, it started with one 20-gallon tank. I'm going to show you guys something that I've never shown, just to really give you an idea. Don't mind my dogs. So this is the room full of empty tanks and driftwood and 2x4s. There is tanks everywhere. We've got 340 breeders, there's a 125, there's some pieces of slate, light, 55, another 55, two more 55s, there's a 10-gallon down there, there's a 75 over there, there's an old 40 breeder down there, there's a bunch of 5 gallons in here, driftwood, gravel, there's just everything. And I have all of these ready to go, ready to set up for when we get into the new house and I finally get to build a dedicated fish room. These are just extra 2x4s for things I was going to do before we realized we were going to have to move. These 40 breeders are going to be awesome tanks. I'm really excited for them. As far as footprint goes, for something that's not a 75 gallon or better, 40 breeders probably your best shot. If If you don't know, they are 3 feet long and 18 inches wide, just like a 125 or 75, right? They got the 18-inch width, which really allows you to keep some bigger fish and bigger cichlids and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's just a ton of stuff. This whole sun porch has just been taken over by empty tanks. All those betas that you see in those 0.6 gallon tanks are going in these 5 gallons. I have these 10 gallons, which will be grow outs and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's that. It's all the, you know, extra stuff I have in my lawnmower shed over here. There's another full piece of polycarbonate sheeting for lids. I'm gonna do video series on how to build different things. And by that, I mean I'm gonna do a lid series, I'm gonna do a tank series, probably gonna do a filter series, and I'll combine them all into playlists so you guys can see the options that you have, because you have multiple different options. DIY is one of the greatest parts of this hobby, and it's one of the most cost-saving measures that you can take. Back in the fish room, I mean, I have Amazon boxes out in the living room that I haven't even opened yet that have like Seachem Prime and stuff in them. But all this salt, I have all the aquarium salt because I'm gonna have to drain and fill a bunch of tanks. So aquarium salt's great for fighting off infections and stuff like that on your fish. You know, if you have like a fungal infection or a cut or fin rot, something like that, salt is really a great cheap option to kind of treat it. There's the tripod, canister filter down there. Like I said, this is, I mean, I've let it get a little out of hand just because I know we're moving, and I'm in the middle of taking some stuff down, taking some tanks down. But I need to finish packing everything up. I need to finish taking down the empty tanks that I have in here and really give this room a good, thorough cleaning. So if you guys didn't see my last video, I was able to go to Natural Pets in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, and I met Michael Skernick there. He is Michael over at Michael's Fish Room. If you're looking for guppies or plecos, make sure you check him out. And I started the day by going over to Scott's house, Scott from King and Queen Cichlids. Scott's an awesome guy. He's a super nice guy, and he was a ton of fun to hang out with, and we went out to lunch and stuff like that. It was really a great time. But I'll be much closer to Scott, so we're going to be doing a lot of collabs and stuff in the future. So if you're interested in seeing that, if you're interested in seeing me build an entire fish room, if you're interested in seeing these fish finally get their own tanks the way they should be, make sure you subscribe. You know, I've grown so fast, and it's really awesome, and I really appreciate everyone that's subscribed already. But if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, if you found even a couple minutes of entertainment in watching this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have something to say, go ahead and say it down in the comment section. You know, let me know down below what you guys want to see coming up in the future. Generally speaking, this is like a DIY cichlid channel, but if you guys want to see something different, let me know. Alright, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. So I have to admit, it kind of hurts me to have shown you guys this stuff, right? My fish room's a disaster right now, and it really needs to be cleaned up. Like I said, we're in the middle of moving. I'm in the middle of packing up some of my fish stuff, just in, you know, getting ready for the move next week. It doesn't look great. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. Everybody's got stuff like this, right? Unless, even Joey from the King of DIY, he has showed his hoard of fish stuff, and that was pretty cool. So I thought I'd do something similar, right? So if you haven't already, guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I will be moving in, like I said, in about a week. So we're gonna just start the process. I will document the entire fish room build process, so you guys will get to see literally every major minute of it, from start to finish. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you next time. Wait! Don't go anywhere. If you're still watching, 1, thank you. 2, I have made my own store on Teespring. What that means is you can now buy Veteran Aquatics merch. So I have a couple of shirts up, I have a tank top, I have a men's tee and a woman's tee. So if you're interested, I will put the link to that down in the description below. I do make a little bit of money off of it, so if you guys want to help support the channel, that's definitely the best way as of right now to do so. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. I'll be adding more stuff in the future, hats, more shirts, stuff like that. We're going to kind of rebrand the channel here once we get into the new fish room, because that's when stuff is going to get real serious. We're going to be running central heating, central air, central everything. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get an auto water change system set up, because I'm going to have a lot of tanks. So make sure you guys subscribe, stick around with the channel, and you will see some really awesome stuff. You guys will get to learn as I learn, and I'll get to teach you as much as I can. So again, if you're interested, there's a link in the description down below for Veteran Aquatics merch. Thank you all so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate all of you that watch my videos. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal day.